The Browns drive about to get started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. To throw, Mayfield. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Watson on first down. He'll complete this one to Collins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. On a slant, here's Collins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Dorsett making the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
From the red zone now, Watson. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Browns 10. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Mayfield on play action. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Jarvis Landry now in his 4th year with Cleveland, a 5-time Pro Bowler. No one plays harder in the league, and he's only missed 1 game in 7 years. He does what he always does, makes a nice catch there.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jarvis Landry. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are back within a score. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Flush to his right. That's caught. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. And Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Watson. They'll check this down to Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming up. Here's Watson. Dorsett's got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the Browns are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Texans' 32-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way.
And in his second year in Cleveland after 4 in Atlanta, Austin Hooper always does all he can to build some rapport with his quarterback. He did it with Baker Mayfield last year. Expects it to continue to rise here in 2021.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Chubb again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Now Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Into the hands of Cooks. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Watson. They'll get this complete to Collins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's Watson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Watson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Browns, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.